What's the deal, YouTube? This is your boy reccomendations, and once again I want to thank you for joining my channel. And today I want to do a video response to TheVideoGamHer, and she came out with a great idea yesterday about tagging other YouTubers and letting other people get to know one another, and it's just a way of sending shout outs to a lot of people around the YouTube community, so a lot of people get to congregate with one another, and I commend her for that. I really respect her YouTube channel. She has a really good YouTube channel, has great content, and I advise y'all to check her out if you don't know who she is. And I was tagged this morning from Alex from Active Sin Gaming, Alex Van Dam, however you want to call himself. I don't know how many goddamn names he got. But he tagged me this morning, and I guess I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna tag some other people as soon as I'm finished, and it's a 15-question survey, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The first question was, how old were you when you first started playing video games? I was 4 back in 1991. My first game that I played was Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega Genesis, and it's gonna go to number 2. What is it about video games that you love? I just love video games because I love to control the character on TV instead of me just watching TV. You know, and it's fun at the same time. It's really fun. Number 3, can violent and graphic games be a bad influence on people? It can and it can't, but I'm gonna mostly go on to it can. It really depends on the mind of that person. If they got a strong mind, then they can handle violent games. If they got a weak mind, they basically was brought up into a bad situation when they was a child, then get the parenting that they supposed to get, and stuff like that leads to bad things. So it depends on that mind of that person. Number 4, PC or console? Well, right now I'm a console gamer, but I don't mind going on PC. It's kind of expensive, like just to get a decent PC, gaming rig, you're gonna spend between $400 to $600, and right now I spent a lot of my money is investing into my console. So if I do have some more money to spend, then maybe one of these days I will get a PC. The graphics is beautiful, especially in the 4K resolution, and I don't mind dabbling into that one of these days. It's just not now. So right now I'm gonna have to choose console. Number 5, do you watch let's plays, YouTube channels, and who? No, I don't. I don't spend time, countless of hours looking at other people playing video games and having fun, and I'm just looking at them. I would rather control that character on the video game, on that screen. So no, I don't. Number 6, if you watch let's plays, who's your favorite? I just answered that question. I don't play it at all. So it's gonna go to the next question. Number 8, are you an old school gamer, or you like getting new consoles? I am a gamer. I love video games from all sorts of consoles, from whatever era, and the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo is one of the best eras ever. I love Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. And it depends. It depends. I think that generation and I don't know, it's really hard to choose from. It's really hard. I enjoyed so many games. I'm so dead serious. Let's go to number 9. Nintendo or Sega? Oh man, that's a tough one. Wow, that's a tough one, because Sega Genesis was my very first console when I was a child. I grew up on Sega. My family was nothing but Sega when I was young. Then I eventually adapted to the Nintendo side, a little later. I had the Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, Sega 32X, the Sega CD, the Sega Dreamcast. I had the Sega Game Gear. I had a lot of Sega things. So if they want to talk about overall, I'm going to choose Nintendo overall, because they are still strong. They are still going really strong, and they still coming out, spitting out these great exclusives, really good games. And Sega, on the other hand, Sonic Boom. Yeah, Sonic Boom. Yeah, I ain't gotta say anything else. If they want to choose, I don't know, like I said, it's a really tough question. If I'm at to choose what console did I like the most in that era, Sega Genesis versus the Super Nintendo, I'm gonna probably have to choose Sega Genesis, because it was so many great games, not just on the Super Nintendo, on the Sega Genesis as well. Like, I enjoyed Streets of Rage. I enjoyed Vector Man, Golden Axe, Comic Zone. They had so many great games. Strider, you know, they had, you know, Shinobi. There's so many good games on the Sega Genesis. There was a lot of good games on the Super Nintendo as well. You know, of course, you got Super Mario 3D World, you know, Super Mario RPG. You know, it's a lot of good games. You got the Kirby games. You got the Legend of Zelda games. It's so many good games on both consoles, man. I really enjoyed it, but I'm gonna have to choose. I'm gonna probably have to choose a Sega Genesis over the Super Nintendo. Don't beat me up for that. Don't beat me up for that. I'm just talking about during that era. So, I guess I'm gonna go to my next question. What's my next question? Favorite and least favorite video game character. Favorite, I'm gonna say Ryu from Street Fighter because I love Ryu. I've been gaming with Ryu ever since back in the early 90s when I used to play Street Fighter 2 on the arcade machines at a freaking laundromat. I know y'all remember them days. Go to the laundromat, there's a Street Fighter 2 and you got Pac-Man. So yeah, I always game with Ryu. You know, when every time, you know, if I play Marvel Comics Capcom versus Marvel Comics, I'm playing with Ryu. You got Capcom versus SNK. I'm playing with Ryu, so he's one of my most favorite video game characters of all time. And my least favorite character is Peach. Yeah, that's enough said. Let's go to the next question. Let me see, what's my next question? Are you a let's play player? If yes, who? And now, I already answered that question. No, I don't do that. I don't like to watch people play video games. I rather play video games myself. And I have a Twitch channel, so if you like to see people play video games, then I have a Twitch. I got a link on there. Just hit me up. I be on Twitch a lot. Just follow me. I got Twitch, Twitter. You know, hit me up. What's my next question? Let me see. What is my favorite video game soundtrack? Oh shit, man, there's so many of them out there. And to be honest, I love a whole bunch of soundtracks from the 4th generation. Yeah, I like 4th and 5th generation. You know, I love the Streets of Rage soundtrack, which you hear now. Oh my god, Streets of Rage is one of the best games that ever came out. I don't know why they never came back with Streets of Rage. I love that game. That game, I remember them days when me and my brother, we used to always play it. You know, the co-op, you know, action-packed game. You just straight up brawling. It was so fun. You know, back in them days, like, if you lose all your lives, the game is over. You know, these games, today's times, like, you have unlimited lives, but back in that 4th generation, once your life is over, you got to start over. That's why I love the 4th generation, because it was difficult. I love a challenge. You know, your lives over, you got to start all the way over. I love that. I love it. So I'm going to choose Streets of Rage 2. I got so many. I love the original Sonic the Hedgehog soundtrack. I love Rayman, the original Rayman that was on the PlayStation and the Sega Saturn. I love that soundtrack. I love Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword soundtrack. It's a lot of soundtracks, man, that I just really love. It's kind of hard to choose one. So let's go and go to my next question. Any game recommendations? I would recommend The Wonderful 101. That's one of the most underrated games that ever came out. I think it has something to do with the demo that they released, and the way they released that demo, it didn't showcase, you know, the potential of that game whatsoever. It was dog trash. The demo was dog trash. That's being honest. But overall, the game is great. Y'all should check it out. That game is really underrated. Platinum Games, they put their foot into that game for it to sell like dog crap. What's my next question? Next question, if I was a character from any game, who would you choose and why? If I was any character, Goku. You know, I love anime, you know, and of course it's a whole bunch of Dragon Ball Z games, and Goku's is unstoppable force, so yes, that's who I would choose. And on to my last question. My last question is, who do I tag? So okay, I got 5 people. I'm gonna tag Wolfflow, Good guy. Y'all should check him out. Really good guy. Really like it. Really cool. Dave from Dave Have Enough 187. Really great guy. Really, he's a good friend, man. I know some of y'all is not too fond of him because some of the videos that he make, but overall, he's a really good guy. I'm gonna choose Mr. T. Really cool guy. I love his channel. I love his content. Really cool. I don't know if he done one yet, but I'm tagging you, Mr. T. I'm gonna tag Nick from St. Louis Native. Really cool guy. You know, really chill, laid back guy. And he's one of my he be on a podcast just about all the time. You know, I really appreciate him for supporting me like that. And my last one I'm gonna choose is King Repachi. You know, basically all the guys that I chose, they be in my podcast. I think Mr. T was in one of my podcasts, but the rest of them, they basically be in just about all my podcasts. They really support me, and I really appreciate that. So I'm tagging those 5 guys. You know, if y'all do your videos, that's fine. If not, then it's okay. I'm just tagging y'all because I'm just gonna give y'all a little shout out, man. Y'all some good buddies of mine. Y'all some really great friends, and that's my video. And like I say, I love video games, and I really appreciate you, the TheVideoGamHer, for doing this. It was really good idea what you did, and I love how you let the whole communicate, congregate with one another and just be, just be friends, man. At the end of the day, we do this. We be on YouTube. We play video games. The reason why we on YouTube because we talk about what we love to do is play video games. Not all this trolling, trash talking about I hate Sony, I hate Microsoft, Nintendo. We just here just to have fun. That's basically it. Anyway, guys, that's my video. I'm gonna post a link to TheVideoGamHer's channel. She has a great channel, and I'm gonna post a link on the other 5 guys that I tag. And hope y'all make y'all response video as well. And TheVideoGamHer, that's my response video. And YouTube, I appreciate y'all for watching me, and y'all have a blessed day. Good evening.